We're going to break down some Cowboys injury news and notes. Before we get to that, though, we are actually losing the early like battle against the Raiders Report. We blew them out of the water last month. Let's make sure we win again in August. So like today's video, and make sure you're liking every video here on the Cowboys Report. Cowboys off today at training camp, so we'll go in depth on a bunch of injury news and notes. We will kind of gloss over Corey Coombs, who had been waived injured, has reverted now to IR. Obviously, Sam Williams out for the year. And unfortunately, once again, Luke Schoonmaker is banged up. He is day-to-day after a groin injury that does appear minor. The hope is he's back at it on Monday. We'll see about that. We've seen players, they're day-to-day, and then they miss an entire week. So it's also August camp, so people are very cautious. But it's another bad break for Schoonmaker. He has just been unable to fully stay healthy, not in season, but around the season. This comes on the heels of Mike McCarthy praising Luke Schoonmaker, saying, Luke is having a good camp. Like anything, you really appreciate his skill set, especially when the pads come on. He's still growing in some of those areas, but the ability to anchor on the line of scrimmage, particularly with our new defense, we're seeing a lot more 6 technique and 9 technique and different things. The importance of run blocking for the tight ends has increased. Luke is definitely one of our better guys. I think he's done a really nice job in his route running. I've seen improvements in his route running, his discipline, his stems, not rushing his final step, bigger windows, using his body more. I think Luke is having a good camp, McCarthy said. And frankly, he just needs to stay healthy. You know, he's had some things bite him in the past. He's doing well. Mike said that, and then like 3 hours later, not even 3 hours later, it's a groin injury for Schoonmaker. Sucks. He's been snake bit by a couple more minor things, but it is hard to, as Mike alludes to, hard to get better and take step forward when you're on the sidelines. You had the 2 shoulder injuries basically before and or like early and end of the 2021-2022 campaigns. Had the foot injury last year that cost him time. Missed OTAs with his shoulder surgery. Now has the groin. He'll probably play all the games again this year. But part of the reason why his production was such a disappointment is because he just wasn't able to acclimate to football life, NFL football life, because of injuries. It is hard when you have 8 catches, you got to be out there getting better. You weren't good enough last year because there were games he was splitting time with Peyton Hendershot basically. And Hendershot, by the way, I don't think makes this team. So Schoonmaker will make this team. His contract, they're not gonna cut him, but he's got to be healthy. You know, you don't want to waste a second-round pick on a backup tight end, especially when they can't stay healthy. So hopefully Schoonmaker is back on Monday, and it's a very minor blip in the radar, and he makes a bigger impact in year 2. So what is your concern level over the Luke Schoonmaker? Let's call it the draft pick angle and concerns there. Scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1 the low end, 10 the high end. Go vote at the pinned comment. Stuck Eric Kendricks. He has missed 3 straight practices with what the team has been calling a tight back. Now, I would wager all of my money they're being ultra cautious because it is a back. And I think August back tightness probably should raise some red flags. Hopefully, again, he's back out there Monday. He had done the full practice and had done NFL Network interview stuff and was totally fine. And then the next morning, back's tight. Are we not having good beds at camp? I kind of doubt that's the case. But once you turn 30, your back randomly tightens up some days. So it does worry me a little bit because you kind of need Kendricks. Like, yeah, Damone Clark looks great, and DeMarvion Overshown looks like he's going to be a good piece for the Cowboys as well. And you know they drafted Maurice Leafau, but I would like to see Kendricks be healthy and make a big impact. Look, he's missed time 3 of the last 4 years. Maybe he doesn't play all 17 games out there, but you're changing your defense, and like the one veteran presence you have out there to help get all the players in the right spot is Kendricks. I think part of the reason why Clark has taken a step forward this year is because he doesn't have to be like the number 1 linebacker. Now he can be the 3 or the 2 or whatever. So I want that veteran presence out there. I think Kendrick's presence has been a big deal. Let's get him back sooner rather than later. How much do you think you're paying in subscriptions every month? The answer is probably more than you realize. Over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. I did. I was getting double charged for a phone bill. I didn't realize, and I realized it far too late. But thanks to Rocket Money, I'm no longer wasting money on the ones that I forgot about or thought I was paying a good price or whatever. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate to lower your bills for you, sometimes up to 20%. Submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They will deal with the customer service for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and a total of 500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when you use all of the app's features. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/cowboys. That's rocketmoney.com/cowboys. rocketmoney.com/cowboys. The link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. Now, while those first two injuries seem minor, this one might not be. Israel Mukuamu is going to, quote-unquote, miss some time with a, as of filming, undisclosed injury we still don't really know many details about. Hopefully it's not a bad one, and he was still out there on the cord, so it means it's not season-ending. But this one does suck for Izzy, because he had that great practice, had the 2 interceptions, was dominating some one-on-one drills, which are not about the quarterback, more about the receiver and the corner or DB, and now he gets hurt. Izzy's fighting for a roster spot. And when that happens, you want to be out there. You want to be making impacts, giving coaches a reason why we can't cut him. He's done this. Diggs is obviously making this team. Deron Bland is making the team. Jordan Lewis. Kalen Carson looks great, by the way. Deshaun Ryan has been kind of up and down, but he's at least made some plays. I've heard very little about Eric Scott, by the way, which is a red flag. Mukuamu could be fighting for that spot, and also one of the backup safety spots. He's a core special teamer. He can play safety. I want to play him more at corner, but we'll see what the Cowboys actually do in the games in the preseason. They'll give us our best feel. Hopefully he shows up, because I like his game, but best ability is availability, especially in the preseason. All right, Ryan Flournoy. He has missed about a week of practice due to was initially widely reported as a knee injury, and I saw him most recently as an ankle. So I'm not sure what's going on there. The ankle might have been a typo, but I'll acknowledge both. But this sucks for Flournoy. He has missed a lot of time. And I know a week, that sounds like a lot. Hopefully he's back Monday. I think we're trending in the right direction on that front. But while Flournoy's been out, other wide receivers are impressing. Other wide receivers are making an impact. They're showing up. They're making plays happen, which should not be overlooked. With Lamb out, hopefully he's back at some point soon. I'm very peeved he is not signed yet. But Jalen Tolbert's had some big days. Kevontae Turpin's had some big days. Jalen Brooks has flashed. Tyron Billy Johnson looks great. David Durden had a big day. Jalen Cropper looked awesome on Saturday. Racey McMath, Deontay Burnett, those guys have made plays. Flournoy has not. I don't know what his status is going to be for the roster. I hope he makes it, but he's got to really show up down the stretch here. Or maybe the Cowboys invent the injury and IR stash him. So will Ryan Flournoy make the Cowboys roster this season? Y for yes, N for no in the comments. Unfortunately, Tyler Guyton has missed the last 2 practices due to an undisclosed illness, which I don't even rule the possibility that someone poisoned him to keep him down. Maybe he was an Eagles fan. Who knows? Kidding, of course. He looked great before missing 2 days of practice. So my guess is he's back out there Monday, and hopefully he gets the reps with the ones in the process. I would like to see Guyton be the starting left tackle when we get back to practice on Monday, because there's no reason not to. Like, he is better than Chuma Odoga. And Odoga's been a bit nicked up, by the way. He's been battling through some stuff, which I'll give him credit. Austin Richards got a lot of reps with the ones. And then we'll get to Micah Parsons. He got cooked. Because Micah Parsons, right? Like, that's kind of expected. Guyton has actually held his own against Micah, I think, in pretty impressive fashion. We have talked about Guyton multiple times here on this show. We will revisit that as well. Do not miss out on any Dallas Cowboys training camp news. Hit that sub button so you can stay up to date with everything going on around America's team. Deuce Vaughn also battling a soft tissue injury. Hamstring has missed the last 2 practices as a result. A lot of the stuff we've said previously applies to our small king. Like others, he is fighting for a roster spot. And it's really hard to earn a roster spot when you're hurt. When you are fighting for your NFL active roster lives, I think they'd be able to get him to the practice squad if they did cut him. But when you're fighting for a spot, you got to be out there. I think Zeke's making this team. I still think Dowdle looks like the best back out there. Royce Freeman, I think, is going to fight for it. Maybe we shouldn't sleep on Malik Davis. We'll see if Nate Pete can flash at all. Deuce Vaughn is not guaranteed a spot. Or I think he earned one last year, but now he's got to earn it again. So will Deuce Vaughn make the Cowboys roster this season? A for yes, B for no. There is a path for him here. Now, you got to figure out, okay, they're cross-training him at wide receiver. Is that because they don't know what to do with him, or because they actually are trying to get him involved in different ways? In the cross-training Turpin in the backfield, trying to get him more involved in different ways, not because he's fighting for a roster spot. I suspect Bones Fossil wants a second return man. Number one is obviously Kevontae Turpin. Number two's up for grabs. And I think the preseason opportunities are going to be plentiful. You're going to get at least one, guaranteed minimum. Ideally more, technically. So who shows up? Because I doubt they're going to put Turpin back there. Maybe they will. Who knows? But they're going to try guys out on returns. I think who's getting those chances? That 53rd spot might very well go to the second return man on this team. Of note, Micah Parsons, limited to just the team drills on Saturday, did not do any of the one-on-ones, has an apparently sore elbow, and is like, first was like, he's not going to practice sore elbow, and then he did practice, and he dominated. Nothing to worry about here. Go about your business. Move along. I don't know, probably banged it on a helmet or something. And he's also out there pinning Trayvon Diggs, practice pinning, like WWE style, so I think it's fine. But I just did want to mention it briefly.